I'm Kyle Drennan with Murney Associates Realtors, and this is Socially Awkward. All right.
All right, social media
Yeah.
is probably one of the things that people in business hate the most, but they know they have to do it.
Yeah.
Why do they hate it?
I think the time it takes to do it is kind of, it seems like it takes a lot of investment and time. There are definitely some tricks that you can do to manage that a little bit better. And I think people don't see the immediate value sometimes when the database of their social network isn't completely developed. A solid following on a social network can really work as free advertising in a lot of ways. So I think it should be valued a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about this. You know, one of the biggest things business owners struggle with is getting engagement on posts.
Yeah.
And Facebook has made it perfectly clear that engagement on post is really crucial to them showing the content, which means it's relevant.
Definitely, yeah.
Why are businesses struggling with relevant content?
Yeah, I think it's about creating something that people care about outside of your brand. I think people treat social media like a broadcast channel, like TV or radio or something like that, a lot more than they treat it like a resource that that was intended to be. A business is not the same as a personal account in a lot of ways on social networks, but it should still mimic the purpose of social networks to interact with your clients, interact with your customers. So engagement, finding engagement on social networks, it can be tricky, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But finding something that is going to enhance their use of that medium every day, that's what you're after. You're after finding something that people are going to want to share with their friends. They want to be seen liking it. They want to, they want to use one of the new like emojis and that kind of thing on there. So yeah, I think engagement is a struggle for businesses, but it is achievable.
Okay, so let's jump back to a point you made. Broadcast.
Yeah.
You said don't broadcast.
Right.
What does that look like? Give me an example. What does that look like, and how are businesses doing this, and they may not even realize it?
Right. Yeah. So for us, I think putting up a house that it says this is a house for sale may not be as friendly to our customers as maybe something that has a catchy little one-line title. We put one out the other day that's just said "speechless" on it, and then had a link to the property if people wanted to look at it, they could. I think that kind of approach gives people something to think about more than just, oh, here's a house for sale. So the broadcast part of it, I think, would be just focusing only on product and not on the emotion and the human interaction with that product. So yeah, I think putting something else out there that is more like a conversation is really beneficial to Facebook business pages and Twitter and other accounts.
So to have this conversation,
yeah,
as you speak about, you have to have an audience.
Yeah, definitely.
So give me one tip. No, you don't have to give me a secret sauce, but one tip a business owner can do to increase their audience.
Yeah, I think definitely just knowing who your audience is a first step there. Knowing who your target audience is, and there are some tools on Facebook that you can use to view those. The Insights tab is a really helpful thing on Facebook, and that can break it down by age and location and gender and that kind of stuff, and you can at least know who you're after. Figuring out what those people like and what motivates them and what inspires them and what they find interesting is another story. I think that's case by case. You kind of have to find that out on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then people's interest, depending on what your products are, can be very vast. So
yeah,
like, how do you balance out your brand, building your brands, right, and tell your story versus what your audience really cares about?
Yeah, I think having a consistent brand voice is really important, and maintaining the what makes your company unique in those posts every day, and what people know your company is. Maintaining that in posts every day is a good way to maintain that consistency. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a business owner.
Right.
I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, probably more than that.
Yes.
I don't have time for Facebook. I don't have time for Twitter and LinkedIn, Pinterest and Instagram and Snapchat.
Right.
What's a shortcut? Is there anything I can do to build an audience? Because obviously we know it's important.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely ways to save time with Facebook in scheduling posts and that kind of thing. I think for new business owners and small business owners, the way people use social networks now, they use them so often that you really can't afford not to do it. One of my favorite quotes is by Henry Ford, and he says, trying to save money by stopping advertising is like trying to save time by breaking the clock. And I think that's definitely true for small business owners. You can't really stop advertising, and social media affords you a way to do it on a daily basis at very little or no cost. So it's definitely a necessity in this day and age.
So, last question.
Yeah.
People are socially awkward when it comes to social media. Right?
Yeah.
This is something that every business owner is like, what should I post?
Yeah.
What's one walkway, one tip that you would give, if you were to, if anybody starting out with this or has been doing this for, what's one tip you would give them?
Yeah. I think it comes down to finding what your people, your clients care about, finding out what they care about, and finding a way to talk to them about those things as it pertains to your industry or your business, and really let them know who you are. Let them know that you're there and you're available to them, and just what you're all about.